What up, my dude? Oh. Welcome home, welcome home.
Thank you, man. Hey, yo, tell Boo Boo I said what up.
Oh. Oh, so let's work, man. He just dropped a new joint, so let's work. He's back in the studio. Let's work.
I got to keep it real. I got to keep it 10,000. Former Queen's Supreme Team enforcer and founder Gerald Prince Miller has a message for Max B, and people are paying attention. Yeah, he's telling Max B to mind his own business, and is making it clear that he's watching what gets said. That has people wondering where this situation could go next because the tension is starting to build. If things keep moving in this direction, it could turn into a serious public dispute. Yo, it's your boy EU, aka the Famic Czar. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been rocking with the channel for a while, I appreciate the support. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those bell notifications so you know every time I drop a new video or go live. Welcome to Famic Czar. We need to jump right into this because this story could get complicated fast. Don't say nobody gave you a heads up. Gerald Prince Miller, the former Supreme Team enforcer from Queens, New York, is back home after serving 34 years in prison. And now people are watching closely to see what happens next. Yeah, 34, almost 35 years behind bars. Gerald Prince Miller was a co-leader of the well-known Supreme Team, a criminal organization that authorities said played a major role in the crack cocaine trade in South Jamaica, Queens, during the 1980s. Now he's back home after all those years. Miller helped lead the group alongside his uncle, Kenneth Supreme McGriff. Together,
the air because 50 lied on him. And he wanted to clear the air. You know what I'm saying? But 50 said other things about him. And he wasn't so quick to talk about it. I said, man, tell that dude, man, I said, you got paperwork on 50, man? Send that stuff to me, man. Let me see it. He ain't sent it, did he? Mm-hmm. If he'd have sent it, that paperwork would be right here on the Prince Miller Show, showing 50 to be no good.
Widely known as the Cash Money Brothers, when you look at the full picture, there haven't been many people publicly speaking from their side of the story. For years, most of the key figures connected to the Supreme Team were incarcerated, so their perspective was rarely heard. Kenneth Supreme McGriff is serving a life sentence, which has greatly limited his ability to respond publicly. That's why this latest situation is getting so much attention. A lot of people remember the controversy that followed Max B when he first came home, including accusations and public debates about alleged cooperation with authorities. Those claims have remained heavily disputed over the years. Now, James Prince Miller has built a platform where he's been sharing his side of different stories, including recent comments about Jimmy Henchman. He's also making it clear that he's calling out Max B. After Max B linked up with 50 Cent, some of the lyrics were widely interpreted by listeners as taking shots at Kenneth Supreme McGriff.
YouTube channels and everybody else's YouTube channel that ain't even on street time like that. They don't really care about Jimmy being hot or this. They don't really care about Jimmy being hot or this person being hot or Max B being an informant or none of that stuff. Some people don't even believe that kind of stuff. You say it, they don't even believe it. Mm-hmm. But paperwork.
James Prince Miller is making it clear he isn't letting those comments slide without responding. He's making it clear that he's planning to speak on a lot of these situations. Now, let me show you what Max B said that apparently didn't sit well with James Prince Miller. Pay close attention. So, we're talking about the 50 Cent track featuring Max B, No More Tricks, No More Tries. In my opinion, the record wasn't all that. I thought 50 Cent did his thing, but I wasn't feeling Max B's verse at all. Maybe he was still trying to find his rhythm after being away for so long, but it just didn't connect with me. To be fair, I'm not really a fan of the music he's putting out right now. I know he's had success working with French Montana, and they've had records getting plenty of attention. Much respect for their accomplishments. I'm just talking about my personal opinion on the music. On that track with 50 Cent though, there were lyrics that many listeners took as directed at Kenneth Supreme McGriff, and that's where this situation started getting people talking. Gerald Prince Miller wasn't about to stay quiet. Before addressing Max B, he also shared his thoughts about the long-running rumors surrounding 50 Cent. Check this out. From what Gerald Prince Miller is saying, he believes 50 Cent shouldn't be labeled based on years of speculation alone. For a long time, people have claimed 50 Cent told on this person or 50 Cent told on that person. But those claims have been widely debated, and different people have challenged the documents and stories that circulated over the years. According to Gerald Prince Miller, separating facts from rumors isn't always easy. He also spoke about his own experience, noting that he was released on compassionate grounds after serving around 35 years in prison. He presented himself as someone who stands firmly by his beliefs, and that's why his comments are getting so much attention right now.
Every time you see somebody talk about my father, your uncle on an interview in a bad way, do you always take that personal? Because you know it happens a lot. People want clickbait.
I don't take it personal because there's other people said worse things and I ain't said 2 words about them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then there's some people that say things and it makes me think. Like when Max B said on the record with 50, Max B don't know nothing about South Jamaica. For you to repeat something that he said, why you riding him like that? I know 50. And 50 know me. I knew him when he was a young kid. I know his mother more than I know him. When I see people riding dudes and then saying something about, it just makes me think, what's up with you?
Yeah.
And he made me put an eye on him.
A lot of people are probably going to take what Gerald Prince Miller says very seriously because of his background and reputation. That's just the reality of how some people will look at it. But this is where the situation starts getting even more complicated. This is the point where he openly calls out Max B. I remember thinking, okay, Gerald Prince Miller just sent a clear message. It didn't seem subtle at all. It looked like he wanted everyone to know exactly where he stood, and he made sure his presence was felt. At the end of the day, this centers on long-running issues connected to Queens. Max B is from Harlem, so Gerald Prince Miller questioned why he was speaking on matters tied to Jamaica, Queens, and Southside history. That's his position, and it definitely got people talking. But the discussion didn't stop there. He went even further by offering what he saw as a lesson for Max B and warning him to stay out of issues he believes don't involve him.
When you see somebody talk about my father, your uncle on an interview in a bad way, do you always take that personal? Because you know it happens a lot. People want clickbait.
I don't take it personal because there's other people said worse things and I ain't said 2 words about them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then there's some people that say things and it makes me think. Like when Max B said on the record with 50, Max B don't know nothing about South Jamaica. For you to repeat something that he said, why you riding him like that? I know 50. And 50 know me. I knew him when he was a young kid. I know his mother more than I know him. When I see people riding dudes and then saying something about, it just makes me think,
He also suggested he would be paying close attention moving forward, which immediately raised more questions about where this public back and forth could lead. I can't say what happens next, but if that's the message Jerry Prince Miller intended to send, it's clear he wants people to know he's watching the situation closely and may review or discuss information related to Max B in future conversations. You have to understand where Jerry Prince Miller is coming from. He spent about 35 years in prison, and because of that experience, many people believe he pays close attention to legal documents and court records. He challenged his case for years before eventually being released on compassionate grounds. His history is one reason why some people expect him to speak in detail about these kinds of situations. There have also been many claims and stories about his past over the years, including serious criminal allegations that have been widely reported. Those allegations have been part of his public history, but it's important to separate allegations from proven facts. With all of that in mind, people are asking whether his latest comments are meant as a direct message to Max B. He suggested that he plans to look into Max B's paperwork, and that's where the conversation really picked up. It also raises a bigger question. If someone with Jerry Prince Miller's background publicly reviews court records and explains his interpretation, would people see that as helpful, or would it simply create even more debate? Max B has faced years of speculation and public discussion, but many fans have already moved on because of his success in music. Another question people are asking is whether Max B should have commented on issues connected to Queens in the first place. That's become a major talking point. Some believe he stepped into a situation that didn't involve him, while others see it differently. Either way, the public conversation has clearly intensified. Supporters have defended Max B for years through interviews, podcasts, and public discussions. arguing that many of the accusations surrounding him have been misunderstood or overstated. Others remain skeptical and continue debating the same issues. Those different viewpoints have kept the controversy alive for a long time. Now, Gerald Prince Miller is entering that conversation himself, and that has people watching closely. Some believe his perspective carries weight because of his personal history and the amount of time he spent incarcerated. Others will likely disagree with his conclusions. That's why so many people are paying attention to what he says next. One thing is certain: the history between 50 Cent and people connected to the Supreme Team has been discussed for years, so any new comments are bound to draw attention. Whether Max B made the right decision by getting involved is something fans will continue debating. Like always, I don't make the news, I just break it down. The big question now is whether this public back and forth keeps growing or finally starts to settle down. This situation could become even more intense, and a lot of people are waiting to see what happens next. Gerald Prince Miller has already shown that he's willing to pull out court records and discuss them publicly, just like he previously did when talking about Jimmy Henchman. Now, people are wondering what information he'll bring up regarding Max B, if anything at all. We'll have to wait and see how this all unfolds. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this public back and forth is just getting started, or will things cool down before they go any further? I want to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Famazar, and turn on your bell notifications so you never miss the latest updates, breaking stories, and hip-hop news. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Salute.